Open up Kick real quick. This is our first podcast episode on Kick.
Facts. Here we go.
I do have to change all of that stuff. Stop telling me that Doug went live. I already know. We're in the same thingy thing.
Thing of the things.
Thingity thing. All right, so we got a hero hour. Hero escape hour from reality. Podcast episode something. And you said just chatting, right?
Yeah.
We just talking. Ladies, gentlemans, what is going on with you lot? We're live. Yo, Justin. Thank you for saving a civilian, my brother. We are live. Opening up the Kick Chatity Chat as well. How you doing today, Dougie?
I'm tired and I'm fucking burnt. I got cooked.
Oh yeah, like burnt because
beach day.
Yeah, beaches and shit.
Beaches be beaching.
Beaches be beaching, brother.
Yeah.
I'm just opening up all my shit.
Yeah.
All my Kick stuff. You know what I mean? All right. So we're gonna put this down here. Yes, mate. Holy shit, dude. I need a fourth monitor, bro. I need a fourth monitor.
Yeah, it gets interesting.
Cause trying to keep track of all this shit is devastating.
Yeah, that's why I have three. I've got two sides that are horizontal, and then my main in the middle.
Yeah, I've got three as well, bro. I have three as well, my friend.
Your Twitch still says time walking with, what's it say? Time walking with homies.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Did you ever change it?
Yeah, dude. It changed. It's supposed to change with whatchamacallit. You lie. Look. That's on Twitch.
Oh, there's no way. Absolutely no way.
Oh, that's I know what that is.
It's your go live thing.
Yeah, it's my gut. Fuck that thing, bro. You think I give a shit about that? Hell nah.
Hell nah, son. We in it.
Hell nah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful episode of the Hero Hour Escape from Reality podcast, where Douglas and I, that's Doug, I'm Brones, we talk about superheroes, comic books, movies, TV shows, anime,
all nerdisms alike.
yeah, just about everything that makes you nerdy.
There's not much we don't talk on. Not even that. I mean, we've gotten into deep discussion about not necessarily politics, but
prostitutes, hookers, the difference between sex work and being a street urchin.
And we try to go episode to episode without mentioning a certain DC character, and I will tell you right fucking now, there is a 98% chance that this man above me
98%
will fucking mention it. On my screen, he's above me, but yeah, right
Look,
here.
It's not always my fault, though. That's the thing. It's not always my fault, because there is sometimes information that we need to cover regarding this character. So it's not 1,000% my fault. And we've even gone times where we don't mention this character by name whatsoever. And then
someone else does.
You want to know? No, not even that. And then that character gets mentioned in one of the educationals that we do.
Yep.
Because that character is a very popular character.
I mean,
I'm doing good so far not mentioning the character's name, but it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of at what point.
Yeah, quite appreciate that, like, man.
At what point will it happen?
Facts.
Is the question. So we got a lot to fucking talk about today.
Yeah.
Marvel is on some shit lately. Some of it's good, some of it's bad.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot going on with Marvel, bro.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard much from DC either. Well, I mean, we've got information to talk about though.
Yeah. So biggest thing, most of everyone. What the fuck was that?
Wade, my brother.
Most everyone has heard. Jonathan Majors was involved in an incident. Was it
a
last
pretty
week?
big incident?
Yeah, he had an altercation with a female, so naturally that didn't look right. That didn't go well.
No.
But you know, we'll get into that, but that, you know, could have ruined the Marvelness. Like every plan out there right now is Kang related or has some sort of Kang, you know, entwined into it.
Right.
So had this gone as far as what it could have been, they would have been fucked.
Well, first, we also have to mention, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but here in the United States, we have a saying called innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer of innocent until proven guilty. Now, I'm not saying that what has been revealed does not sound fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Because it sounds absolutely horrendous, and it paints Jonathan Majors in a very, very, very bad light.
It does, but at the same time, said person has come out since this incident and retracted everything.
Right. So basically, Jonathan Majors got arrested on Saturday.
Yep.
Or last Saturday. So a week ago from yesterday.
Yep.
He got arrested for assaulting. Now, it's weird.
It is.
Because
he
articles are saying it was his girlfriend.
Person, yeah.
They were saying it's his girlfriend. It's just a friend. It's a woman that he knows that lives in his building.
Yeah.
But there have been, so there have been, yo, Derpy, what's going on, man? So there have been multiple comments made about this.
Shrugs.
About how
guilty in the court of the public eye. Facts. 100%.
About
and we
how
don't have
Jonathan. We don't have all the fucking information. No. But so Jonathan Majors said that he called the police originally. Yep. He called the police to do a welfare check on her, even though he was with her. Yep. She was having like a mental breakdown.
Yep. Or
so forth and so on. But when the police got there, they saw bruises on her neck, behind her ear.
Yep. And naturally, I saw an article, maybe in the same one you're talking about. They had to make an arrest.
Well, they do. It is procedure. It is procedure. Yeah. If your significant other or the person that you know has bruises on them, it doesn't look good. Yeah. So they need to do an arrest to follow protocol.
Yeah.
Even the NYPD said that he was something about him not being arrested under the suspicion of actually assaulting her. Right. However, they had to make an arrest to, you know, put it on the books. This is all superhero, right? DC and Marvel. It's everything, brother. Everything.
All of it.
So what is confusing to me is they said he was arrested, but he wasn't arrested. There were no files charged, but there were files charged for strangulation, assault, blah 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 blah. But then just when his attorneys came out, they said, we have provable videos and written statements from multiple witnesses, from the driver of the vehicle that the two were in, that proves Jonathan Majors' complete innocence, that he caused no harm to this woman, this girlfriend, this friend, whatever this woman's significance is to him. But we haven't seen any of those. We haven't seen any of those.
Look, okay, I don't know what Kim Star is, but what's up?
I don't know if you know this, but new Secret Invasion trailer drops soon, so you might want to do a live reaction to when that happens tonight. Is it tonight? I thought it was sometime next week.
Maybe.
I guess we'll find out. If we're live, we will watch it.
Yeah. It's probably in this news that we can go through.
Yeah. So basically this whole thing with Jonathan Majors, it's real tough, man.
Yeah. Right now it's a lot of he said, she said bullshit.
Right. But there is some things that hold some weight against him, which were statements from two different directors.
Yeah.
Saying that he's an abusive piece of shit. He's very distasteful on sets. He's very rude to people. He's very...
Aren't I Kim Star? You look like him. I am not Kim Star. I am that Doug dude.
Kim Star?
Yeah. Not sure who that is. I'll have to look him up. Apparently I look like him.
Are they talking about Keemstar?
Keemstar? Keemstar?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Keemstar.
Yeah. Apparently
you don't want to be Keemstar.
Apparently I look like said person, so.
But real quick, I took screenshots of the text messages that this lady sent him.
Oh, sent Jonathan?
Yeah. And this is where it gets a little sketchy, because if you know anything about domestic abuse, and you know anything about abuse victims' personalities and how they are,
right,
how they react and how they text and talk, these text messages are very damning to Jonathan Majors, and I don't know why his attorneys believed that this would clear his name, because this made things 10 times worse. So I'm gonna read these text messages. Okay. This is from the girlfriend to Jonathan Majors, who was in custody, I assume, because there was never an answer from him.
Right.
So it says, please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said that they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me, and they knew that we had a fight. So this, the first text from this woman,
so this is confirms during that event. Like, this is during the attack or not attack or whatever.
No, this was after. This was right, after the fact.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this right there confirms two things. He was arrested because, well, three things. There were bruises on her.
Right.
They had some sort of altercation with one another, regardless of if it was an argument, and she had, like Jonathan Majors stated, he called the police before they even got there for the domestic assault. He called the police because she was having a mental breakdown. Could she have caused these injuries to herself?
Right.
Absolutely. That's what manipulative people do.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where, like, if you feel the need to call the cops because it's out of your, there's only so much you can control before that person's gonna either harm themselves or someone else. So you're gonna call the cops because it's like, all right, this is out of my hands. I'm not gonna either what I'm gonna do is gonna make it worse or nothing at all, and it's just gonna I'm gonna look bad. And in this instance, he looks bad.
Right. So there's more damning information. Now, I'm not saying that this girl did cause harm to herself or manipulated the situation,
Right.
but you know, there's always that chance that she did. We never know the side of both stories, but the rest of these texts are pretty damning as well. I'm so angry that they did this, and I'm sorry that you're in this position. I will make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you. That's the first text. The first whole chain of text messages from this unknown woman in the Jonathan Majors case.
Yeah.
So based off of reading what this first text is, this sounds like a textbook domestic abuse victim trying to take the guilt, saying that it's all their fault that this entire thing happened.
Right.
I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone, as if she tried to grab his phone and he retaliated in a violent manner, causing her harm.
Yeah.
That's what that text message says to me. So after this, apparently there had been 3 hours and 32 minutes between that first chain and then this new chain,
where he probably didn't respond because he was in jail.
Yeah, he was in custody of the police. So then this one says, they just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She assured me of this. I'm assuming the attorney. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry is my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care. She promised all of this will be relayed. So take those text messages for what you will. The first chain of text messages sounds like a domestic abuse victim.
Yeah.
Trying to take the blame for the situation, as they usually do. Most domestic abuse victims, when they are in that situation,
sounds weird.
Yeah. They try to pass it off as their fault. It's my fault that my abuser attacked me. It's my fault that my abuser did this or my abuser did that. They try to take the blame.
Yeah.
So that way their abuser does not get in trouble. And that's why 90% of the time, domestic abuse cases never go anywhere, because the victim refuses to press charges out of fear for their life.
Yep.
I'm not
fear
saying
for the person, like they, you know, that it's kind of like this Stockholm syndrome, you know, where they've been with said person and they've been threatened so many times. Again, we're not saying that, you know, Jonathan Majors has done this. We don't have all of the information, nor will we probably ever. It'll probably get, you know, wiped under the rug for the most part and taken care of.
Right. So I mean,
what it is.
It's weird, man. It's weird timing, because if you really think about it, not many people heard of Jonathan Majors up until a couple of months ago to a year ago.
Well, he came up through the system, and yeah, he's had a rough life just because, I mean, he's been in and out of jail. He grew up on the streets. I mean, he's had a rough life up until this point, and there was a turning point where, you know, he went and started to do acting classes and found out that that's what he wanted to do. And that's when we started to see him on big screen, you know, and I think he's an excellent actor.
He's a phenomenal actor.
So, I mean, unfortunately, this is one of those things where, like, it could bring up a lot of, you know, bad publicity, a lot of shit from his past that doesn't need to be brought up because past is past.
Yeah.
Hopefully it all works out and we still have our king.
it's just like I said, weird timing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because like
Michael,
before
appreciate that,
before
Mike.
Ant-Man and before Creed 3, he was in The Five Bloods with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. He was in The Harder They Fall.
Yeah, he was in The Harder They Fall. He was in The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And that was really where his career took off, in The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Aside from that, we've never really heard much about him. So to see him go from nothing to fucking superstar in just 3 to 5 months, I would say.
Yeah.
3 to 5 months. And to see everything just coming crashing down on him, it sucks, man. That's upsetting. But at the same time, if he did commit this crime, if he did actually assault his girlfriend, his friend, this woman that he knows,
yeah,
if he did in fact cause her harm, then he deserves to face justice.
I mean,
know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that he's guilty, but I'm not going to say that he's innocent. Yes, he is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say, yeah, Jonathan Majors is innocent or Jonathan Majors is a piece of shit. You know, the evidence pointing towards him being a piece of shit is a lot more than pointing towards his innocence. But that is for the justice system to figure out.
Yep.
If he is a piece of shit, he's probably going to be recast. He's probably going to be recast.
Just going to put a whole lot of pauses on a whole lot of Marvel projects.
Oh my God, it's going to be a pause on just
here,
about...
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally every
5,
project
6, and
because
7.
It's just... I mean,
we're in phase 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be...
started phase 5.
Okay, yeah, so it's going to be a pause on just about every fucking project for the next 3 phases.
Minus some standalone stuff. But
yeah, like Daredevil.
Look at this. Look at this sack of shit back here.
I know, she's so cute.
What
are
you doing? Wow. All right.
She's being adorable.
Let's get into some news. We got some Marvel updates. As you know, if you've watched us in the past, you know a lot of this information comes from a page which has been pretty freaking accurate as far as some of the information that they give. Some of it's been a little off, but we try to, you know, take most of this stuff with a grain of salt. But it's again, it's pretty accurate. So we'll run through some Marvel, we'll run through some DC. Obviously, there's just a lot more Marvel, just because
we
DC's rebuilding.
Also have the legit stuff too.
Yeah.
We do have the legit stuff as well. So. Yeah. We're going to run through the updates first.
Yeah, most of these Marvel updates that we're going to give you guys, most of this is like kind of not spoilers, but yeah, theories of storylines of characters being in certain movies, TV shows, stuff like that. And like I said, a lot of it's pretty accurate. So, I mean, it's been pretty good.
It is. It's surprisingly accurate for how just like pulled out of the ass it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it is stupid accurate for just how pulled out of the ass it is.
So here we've got just a new image from Daredevil Born Again. You've got Matt Murdock and probably another lawyer friend here.
Yes.
I'm excited to see that. According to
this, I hope is true.
This would be dope. Which, you know, with the connection of Wolverine to Deadpool, this could very well be a thing. So we have Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, Famke Jensen, and Lone Grufford.
I think it's Ian Grufford.
Ian Grufford?
Yeah, I think the O is silent.
Ian Grufford.
I don't know.
Anyway, will return in Deadpool 3 as their corresponding roles. So we have Magneto, Professor X, Jean Grey, and Reed Richards. If you didn't know, Deadpool 3, obviously we're going to see Deadpool, Wolverine on live screen together. and it's kind of going to be that intertwine of the MCU. This is, you know, it's been talked about before that Deadpool is in the MCU, has been, and it's just they're trying to figure out how to twist him into current storylines. This is them bringing in mutants and kind of twisting all those lines together. So basically, with the way we're also going to see time variance in Deadpool. So that's probably where these different characters are coming through. Like they're going to be jumping through time. A concept that I heard of is that Wade has been using
Cable's time travel thing
and
to fucking fix shit,
and he's jumping different storylines, and I think it's gonna be hilarious because I mean, let's face it, all the Deadpool movies are good. So
dude, I cannot wait
Cole,
for
what's up,
Deadpool 3.
Yeah,
I mean, you know how much of a super fan I am of Deadpool.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got all those Deadpool posters behind me. Deadpool is just, he's my favorite character, dude. Even though he's a knockoff of Deathstroke, like he's a full-blown knockoff down to the name.
Well,
like,
I mean, it depends because who came out first? Because we've ran into this where we have like damn near exact characters from the DC and the MCU.
I think Deathstroke came out first because Deadpool came out in the 90s. Pretty sure Deathstroke came out in like the 70s or 80s.
God damn, that's fucking bright. Holy shit. Why'd that have to be white?
That's what I'm saying, bro. The shit's bright as fuck.
God damn. All right. First appearance was New Mutants, February 1991. It was actually published December 1990. That's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Now we want
Deathstroke came before Deadpool because I'm pretty sure even Rob Liefeld said that it's a direct ripoff.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Slade Wilson.
Oh, there it is.
Then you got Wade Wilson.
First appearance of Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, the New Teen Titans, December 1980. So there you go. You came. Yeah. He was full 10 years ahead. So
yeah. So just I think it's fucking hilarious how he's just this. He is literally a direct ripoff of Deathstroke, except the complete opposite personality.
100%. Like he's still a merc and he's good at what he does, but the fourth wall breaking, the comedy, like that is one of the only Marvel projects that needs to have as much comedy as it has, because
1000%.
It is,
and you can't water it down.
No, it's the same amount of comedy that's been in every Deadpool comic from issue, from 1991. So
you can't water it down either. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can get away with a PG-13 Deadpool." No, the fuck you can't.
Absolutely not.
You cannot get away with that.
Every game, every iteration has been either MA or R, and it needs to stay that way. The only time we've ever seen, and this is a stretch, the only time we've ever seen a non-MA Deadpool was in that like Marvel Champions game, I want to say. But that's about, that's a side scroll, like, battle game.
Multiple games.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance 2.
Yeah. Right.
The Marvel game that was trying to be like DC Universe Online but did not take off.
Yep.
Marvel's Midnight Suns. Excuse me, that
Which
just came out.
Rated. I think that's got an MA, isn't it?
No, I think that's rated teen. I want to say.
Yeah, might be.
Oh, it's not your fault, bro. You didn't know. I mean, I don't even confirmation on that. But regardless, Deadpool's fucking awesome. Epic Games, this is me pleading for you to put the character back in the game for one full day so I can purchase him. Thank you very much.
So we need the original Deadpool, and we need the original Iron Man. Games,
original
everybody tag.
Iron Man.
We need because I don't want Iron Man in a weird ass suit. It's supposed to be the
I don't
Hulkbuster
need Iron
suit.
Man and a Hulkbuster.
No, and it's a weird
I just want
Hulkbuster.
Iron Man.
But anyway, Marvel movies and series that will release this year. I'll blow this up for you guys. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out May 5th. That is already done. We've seen every trailer so far. So we're just waiting on it to come out. Secret Invasion, I think we have another trailer either today or sometime this week. That comes out. That is a series that comes out in June. Loki,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. It's dude, this whole I mean, it's just gonna be insane. Like Secret Invasion, Secret Wars, it's all gonna be I hope it's
now let's just hope that Jonathan Majors didn't beat the shit out of his girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens.
That's like I made a joke about that too, which I probably shouldn't have, but I was like, damn, this Kang variant's out of pocket, bro.
Yeah.
Like I probably shouldn't have made that comment, but I mean it's fucking I thought it was bullshit when I read it, and then like more and more news was coming out. I was like, motherfucker, dude.
Bullshit.
like this dude has life by the balls right now, being in the Creed 3 film, which was a fantastic movie. I watched it yesterday. And being the big bad of Marvel for the next 2 phases.
Yup.
And you have to beat the shit out of your girlfriend. Come on, man.
Like, just let us have what we want. You did good with Kang. Just be good.
Beat the shit out of her later.
Yeah,
like,
be good for a couple years. No, that's terrible. Don't.
Yeah, that's
do that.
fucking horrible. Don't ever do that.
Moving on, we got Loki season 2, projected August, September, which I'm excited for that, just because the first season was amazing. I'm gonna rewatch it here probably this week, just because
we get to see the woman beater in that one too. I keep making
pocket.
jokes about it, dude. I'm sorry, bro. It's one of them things, man. You don't want to make jokes, but like to make light of the situation, you have to make jokes.
Yeah.
I'm
what
sorry.
do you do? Yeah. This one I'm excited for. We've got a reboot, revamp, I guess you would call it, of X-Men 1997 coming out September, October. Basically, we're getting new characters, redone episodes. Hopefully it's not muddled and,
So what I want to know is, what new characters are they going to be introducing? What characters were not in the show before?
I mean, there was a fucking assload of X-Men characters, Marvel characters.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
In the original X-Men series. So,
yo, what if they put Morph into this new one?
Nobody wants Morph. We've got the Marvels coming out November 10th, 2023. And then an Ironheart series December of this year. And that is it. That's all we got.
I mean, that's good though.
Yeah.
Because before they updated this timeline, there were like 9 projects coming out this year alone.
I think it's a good thing that they have pushed. Well, no, wait a minute. Oh, that's next year. Never mind. That's Cap is next year.
Well, it's also it's a fantastic thing, but now they also don't really have a choice, because another thing that happened with Marvel was the director of the VFX department, Victoria Alonso, got fired. Which I believe I've read nothing but good things about that being a good thing.
Okay.
Because
which it doesn't look like that's even on here. Because they fired her and another guy.
The chairman, Ike Perlmutter, who had a lot of issues with Kevin Feige.
Oh, that makes sense.
And also he said some racially charged comments.
Oh yeah,
I believe one of the comments that he made was all black people look the same when it came to recasting certain characters or casting certain characters. He said all black people look the same, just cast one of them.
Wow.
So it's a good thing that we got that piece of shit out of Marvel's hands.
Yeah,
Kevin Feige.
That doesn't need to be there.
No. And then this Victoria Alonso, from my understanding, she has been there since the dawn of the MCU.
Like Iron Man age. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you've noticed, and we've made comments of this plenty, the visual effects, yes, it's been a downward spiral.
Yeah.
Ever since after Endgame.
Yeah.
Visual effects up to Endgame were phenomenal, but then if you noticed, after Endgame, how much shit was getting pushed out. It was TV show, movie, TV show.
Look how fucking terrible She-Hulk was.
I loved She-Hulk.
No. Okay, so the storyline was for me. I'm talking visual effects. I'm talking the visual effects for She-Hulk were like
so
severely questionable.
They were not that bad for the actual She-Hulk character, but Abomination looked kind of goofy.
I know. I like the way Abomination looked. It was everybody else. Like the when what's his face was his name Trevor or some shit when he turned into a Hulk. That was fucking terrible. God. Like
that was so dumb.
You know, her skin. So this is another character that I hate talking about anymore just because they pussified him. Like when you go back and look at the original Avengers Hulk, okay? That's what
He was a savage.
Well, I'm not even talking like his mentality or his, his demeanor. I'm talking about the visual effects. So you had this amazing looking Hulk that showed like basically it was Mark Ruffalo just blown up green, like muscle, like even down to the texture of like body hair, right?
Yeah.
And then
it was perfect.
What happened? Because now we've just got this like, here's all this green blob that's on our screen. And I mean, he's got muscle tone, yeah, but like they've taken away a lot of the stuff that made him relatable, as even though he's the Incredible Hulk, right?
Right.
And then what we saw with She-Hulk was kind of similar. They have all of these visual effects. Yes, I understand it's a TV show, but at the same time, like you couldn't have picked up like a couple extra bucks to make her skin tone look a little better.
Actually, they made her look a hell of a lot better because I don't know if you remember, there was that first trailer that came out much like, and this is a fantastic comparison, much like you remember the first Sonic movie, how Sonic looked like a fucking blue.
They tried to make Sonic a human, and then like with some blue fur. Like that was terrible.
And then they delayed the movie and made him look like the video game counterpart.
And they did a great job. The first
it was kind of the same with her.
She-Hulk we were like, wow.
It looked god awful.
Now the one we got, yes, it was better, but it could have been.
Look, man, all I'm saying is I'd fuck her.
Yeah, well, you have a thing for green chicks, so.
Look, man, it's not my fault that Marvel knows how to make attractive green women, dude. It's not my fucking fault. Yo, tell you what's going on, baby. He came in at the weirdest time.
Yeah, get out. Get out, run.
Victoria Alonso, back on topic.
Yeah.
Ever since Endgame, we've been getting hammer fisted by fucking TV shows, movies, fucking everything under the sun. As soon as one TV show ended, another one started. As soon as that TV show ended, a movie came out. As soon as that movie came out, the fucking another TV show came out.
Struggled.
They plummeted, bro.
Yeah.
And it's gotten worse and worse. Miss Marvel, the VFX were garbage.
Yep.
She-Hulk, the VFX were not fantastic, but they were better than Miss Marvel.
Yep.
And then you had Thor, Love and Thunder. The VFX were garbage.
Terrible.
Fucking Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. The VFX were questionable.
That one had the best out of the.
It had the best out of all of them, but the
there were
eye,
some,
the third eye. What the fuck is that? What is that called again? Why can't I think of that?
I can't remember.
We are terrible fucking comic book people.
Well, we only saw it for a hot fucking 5 seconds, and then nobody knew what it was.
Yeah, but it's like the third eye. What the fuck is the third eye called? I'm gonna look this up.
I got it.
Okay.
It's the Eye of Agamotto.
That's why it was difficult to remember, because it's a crazy fucking name.
Yeah.
Agamotto. But so yeah, dude, that looked garbage.
Agamotto.
That looked fucking horrible.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And then
how simple of a visual effect should that have been? Like,
right, exactly.
Don't get me wrong. Don't attack me. I am not a visual effect guy. I make my own shit for my stream, and it's questionable as is. But with the evolution that we've had for visual effects, you can't tell me they couldn't have fucking CG'd a better. Fucking Voldemort's nose looked like a fucking snake, and we couldn't get an eye in this man's forehead. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
So I think I'm with you. I think getting a new visual effects president, whatever she was in there, is gonna be a good thing. She was putting
pressure on the people so fucking much that they were rushing out products when they could have just delayed it for 3 or 4 months and fucking delivered a 10 times better product.
Yeah.
You know, people were getting pissed off about it. And apparently all the VFX workers were dog happy about it, because they're now no longer in a stressful situation in the workplace.
Yeah.
I heard basically James Gunn is going for his Justice League film to be inspired by a new frontier. Sweet. We're talking about Marvel right now, though, Derpy. We're gonna get to DC, brother. We got a lot to cover.
I'll just take the next few.
Okay. We've got new images of Charlie Cox on the set of Daredevil Born Again. That is a dapper suit for a blind man, bro. Dapper as fuck. I like that he's got the classic red glasses this time around.
Yeah.
Remember in the Netflix show, he only had
black glasses.
Yeah, he had black regular sunglasses. Now he's got the classic, the red sunglasses. I'm digging it. We got an image of Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson.
Yep.
And then a random fella behind him with a beard. And then we've got Smith's Diner images, West Virginia. Yeah, the fancy Smith. This one, here's exactly what we were talking about. In Deadpool 3, Deadpool will use Cable's time travel machine to save Wolverine before his death in 2029. And they end up lost in the multiverse, being pursued by Mobius. Mobius is from the Time Variance Authority.
That's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Now, again, all of these, if it's true, all of these are theories. We do have legitimate, confirmed information that we're going to talk about as well.
Yeah.
But it's always fun to see what they've got stirred up in this, because like I said, or like we've said before, a lot of this shit comes true. It's fucking crazy. Next up, we got new images of Sam and his new Falcon. And then there's a better picture of Falcon without the costume, obviously.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy will last 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours.
I'm good with that.
I'm stoked about it. The TV show that nobody fucking asked for, Vision Quest, will release on Disney Plus in 2025. Every time I see this, bro, like, I'm just like, who asked for this? Like, who wanted this?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. Like, do we need more Vision? No, we don't. We've had him for the last 10 years. Standalone. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
We know everything about him.
Yeah. All right, you take it away for the next couple, buddy.
All right, in Agatha, Coven of Chaos, Agatha is freed from Wanda's spell by a coven of witches who venerate Mephisto and search Wanda's son, Billy Kaplan, due to his connection to the Demiurge, an ancient entity that controls all of the magic in the multiverse. And there we have Agatha. That looks like it's actually from the Scarlet Witch.
You know, I remember we were talking about Coven of Chaos and how we were not too excited about it.
Yeah.
I am a little bit more excited about it, even though I still have to watch WandaVision to know what's going to be going on. I'm
Not
a
really.
little bit more excited. No? Okay, then. I may
Really?
never watch
So,
WandaVision then.
I can give you what happens and it's kind of, I mean, it is spoiler because it's the like last episode, but it doesn't set up this movie. Like,
okay, well, this is a show.
Or show, yeah. Like you see there, Agatha is freed from Wanda's spell. Obviously,
Yeah.
Wanda put Agatha in a spell. Like, it's just is what it is.
Case
Like,
closed.
yeah, like. Do you know anything about the WandaVision?
I know that she created a dreamscape, separate world with her powers to live a happy life with a
like this is
no pun
directly-
intended with a vision of Vision because he died in Endgame.
It's directly after Endgame.
Okay. So yeah, she created this fake town in order to live her dream of having a family, having kids with Paul Bettany's Vision after the fact that he had already passed away from getting the stone ripped out of his skull.
Yeah, so Agatha is there as like, but she's just the neighbor like throughout this entire series. Well, then you find out she's actually a witch. Obviously, we know that.
Right.
Well, then there's this whole scene where they're like, it's like a fucking Pokemon battle in the sky where they're like shooting fucking magic at each other and shit. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a
the
whole
way
thing.
that you just said that. It's a Pokemon battle in the sky.
Yeah. I fucking love it.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
But I'm a little bit more excited for this because I like Kathryn Hahn as an actress. She's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
She's a good actress.
She's been around for years and she's so good.
My girl Aubrey Plaza, she's playing a main role in it. I love Aubrey Plaza. She's from Parks and Recreation, and the new Child's Play film, amongst many other projects. Also, Sacha Baron Cohen
As Mephisto. Yeah.
Yeah, playing Mephisto. That's fucking wild. But I mean, let's see what comes out of it.
In Loki season 2, we will be introduced to 3 new variants of Sylvie, which is kind of weird because Sylvie is a variant of Loki. So,
well, I was just gonna say, how the fuck is that possible? Like, now we're just taking variants out of variants. Like, what the fuck,
like,
dude?
Sylvie
is Lady Loki.
Is Lady Loki, so she's a variant of Loki. So if there's 3 new variants of Sylvie, that means it's just 3 more variants of Loki. So I don't know.
So
I don't know how they're gonna spin
getting
that.
3 more variants of a variant of a variant.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
New
That's
image.
confusing.
New image from the set of Daredevil: Born Again. We got Kingpin.
Vincent D'Onofrio. Such a great actor, man.
Yep. Liv Tyler has joined the cast of Captain America: New World Order. I wonder who she'll play.
She was the original, right? She was the original Betty Ross in the
the Edward Norton Hulk. Yes.
Okay, but not in the Eric Bana. God, that movie so bad. That movie was fucking garbage.
Who the fuck was she? Who played her?
In the Eric Bana one?
Eric Bana.
I don't know. I erased that movie from my memory.
That movie's fucking terrible.
It was so bad, but Edward Norton's Hulk was
just
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I want that vicious Hulk to come back.
Same, dude.
Jennifer Connelly.
Okay.
And we had Sam Elliott as Thunderbolt Ross. Fuck yeah.
WandaVision was so good, then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness happened. Multiverse of Madness was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking awesome.
I love that movie. That was a good one.
WandaVision, I've heard...
WandaVision was mid for me. I mean, it was like...
I've heard nothing but bad things about WandaVision, about how fucking boring it was for like the first 7 episodes, and then the last few were great.
It was the last like 2 or 3 that was like, that was what we were waiting for this entire time.
Multiverse of Madness was everything that I wanted, and I guess I'm pretty sure I could speak for Doug in terms of Scarlet Witch, dude.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness introduced Scarlet Witch at her full
power
potential, being so fucking powerful with her dark magic that she didn't even have to be on the same planet or in the same universe in order to kill you.
Yeah, she possessed another Scarlet Witch who did not have, I don't know if you caught this or not. I don't know if many people caught this. That Scarlet Witch, that person, did not have powers.
Right.
In that
and
universe.
She had a family.
Yeah, in that universe, she had a family. She had no powers. So,
yep.
This version of Scarlet Witch that we saw not only possessed that body, her powers are now usable in that body in this fucking universe, and absolutely fucking destroyed everything.
Scarlet Witch is so fucking powerful,
yeah.
And anybody that believes that Multiverse of Madness was bad, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Like,
because
I had
that
my
was
own
everything.
issues, but that was for different reasons.
100%. I'm not saying the movie was a 10 out of 10.
No,
there is no such thing as a 10 out of 10 Marvel film. There have been a lot that were close, but even Endgame and Infinity War had their little issues. They were not perfect. They were damn near perfect, but there has not been one perfect Marvel film out there.
Yeah.
But holy shit, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Just seeing how truly fucking powerful she was in Multiverse of Madness with the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Holy Christ,
if
man.
We'd have had Darkhold Scarlet against
anybody, bro.
Yeah, if we'd had Darkhold Scarlet against Thanos
wouldn't have stood a fucking chance, bro.
I mean, look what she did to the fucking Illuminati. Like it was nothing. I mean,
ripped apart some of the strongest heroes on Earth.
Yeah.
In mere seconds without even breaking a fucking sweat.
Yeah.
Devastating. She's one of the most powerful Marvel characters on the fucking planet.
Moving on, something. Hello, what mouth? Yeah, exactly. What mouth? Yeah, unfucking real.
Yeah.
That whole scene. And that,
bro,
like,
holy
that
shit.
movie was such a, like, it encapsulated Sam Raimi as a horror film
1000%.
director so much, because it showed his talents. It showed how good he is at taking something at I don't mean this in the wrong way, but something as basic as Doctor Strange in a Marvel movie and turning it into that. Like, it was so fucking good. Sam Raimi is such a good director.
And I'm gonna say this for the people in the back. Multiverse of Madness was infinitely better than the 3 Spider-Man movies combined that Sam Raimi created. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's for you assholes all the way back there that think that Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man.
We liked Tobey Maguire Spider-Man because we wanted a Spider-Man. Now we look back
when
and
we were 10 years old.
Yeah, facts. But
do you hear that echo on your end?
Hold on, I got my music up. Do it again.
Hello.
Yeah, it's slight, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like.
Yeah, you got it. Moving
Sweet.
on, we've got Secret Invasion will release on Disney Plus June 21st.
Fuck yeah.
We've got some more.
How many episodes is that? Sorry. How many episodes is that going to be?
I don't think they've
Did they ever
announced.
say?
They haven't announced. But I think they were trying to move forward with like 10 or more on most of the TV shows for Marvel.
Sweet. I know Daredevil's 18 episodes.
Yep.
That's the first TV show that is 18 episodes that they're making, which
Mhm.
I'm fucking stoked about.
I would say 10 or more for sure. I don't think they've truly announced how many yet though.
Sweet.
We've got some more images of Captain America New World Order. Looks like Sam in a
Fellow military member.
he's in a arm brace.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. He's wearing all black. I didn't even see
He's
that.
just in a
Holy shit.
suit. Yeah, he's just in a suit with an arm brace.
Oh shit. And then we've got
Liv Tyler. So there's Betty
That's
Ross.
her?
Yeah. There's Betty
then we've
Ross
got-
next to some random person.
who the fuck is that?
You know who that looks like?
Person
That looks like
she
the
needs to
dude
eat.
from it looks like Green Goblin from Andrew Garfield's
Dane
Spider-Man.
DeHaan.
Is that his
Oh,
shield arm?
shit.
Ooh, good catch. It might be.
It could be, yeah.
That might
All
be
right.
his shield arm. Is it? Left arm?
It probably is. Yeah, that's his left arm.
That shit got ripped off.
What?
No, I
He's
mean,
got his arm very
No,
clearly,
I'm
sir.
just saying, like, he got fucked up. Imagine, yeah. Anyway,
Shit got ripped off and got sewed back on.
yeah. The next
Oh,
thing we got
shit.
Captain America: New World Order. President Ross. If you didn't know, Ross is president now. So Thunderbolt Ross is president.
Yes.
He recruits the leader, which if you don't know who the leader is, that goes back to Edward Norton. The leader to create a super soldier serum for the government. We've never heard that before. Captain America tries to unmask him, helped by Leela Taylor and Joaquin Torres. Joaquin is the new
Falcon, and then
Yeah.
Layla Taylor is
It was Cap's
fuck's
shield
that
arm.
character?
I think it's Sam's shield arm as well, left arm. Harrison Ford's Ross. Dude, I'm excited to see Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt. I really am.
I saw a picture of him as Thunderbolt,
Yeah.
like an actual picture, but he doesn't have a mustache.
No.
That's kind of weird because Thunderbolt Ross
Thunderbolt
Ross always has a mustache.
Ross.
I don't like it.
Minuscule changes.
Moving on,
Yep, go
in
for
the
it.
season 1 finale, Loki travels back in time when the TVA was formed, and He Who Remains was not hiding from others. Later, He Who Remains canceled everybody's memory and made them to believe in the Timekeepers.
Yep.
So this is basically
This is
explaining to us
Yeah.
that Jonathan Majors Kang created the Time Variance Authority,
Yep.
and he wants everybody to believe in all the timekeeper
Ford won't
timekeeper
grow a
bullshit.
mustache. True. He probably wouldn't grow a mustache for it.
Well, they better CGI that shit on then.
Maybe if we have a better visual effects team that we
Yeah. Oh, in Loki season 2, during a mission to stop X5, a TVA agent trying to use the temporal chaos to become a star of 1970s Hollywood, Loki is reunited with Sylvie and they rekindle their love story. Wait a fucking second. Lady Loki and Loki are fucking?
no. There's a couple scenes where they like have a moment, but it's just like
Bro,
they
what?
never like kiss or nothing ever comes of it. They just like
Bro,
it's
that's
weird.
pretty much incest. It's like a future version of incest, bro.
I got nothing.
Like you're banging a variant of yourself. It's fucking weird. In the Fantastic Four, they come from the 1960s and return to Earth 616 after decades of exploring the multiverse.
Okay. I did hear, or maybe it was a theory, that the Fantastic Four we're going to get, which we kind of already have seen a little bit of that because of, on a previous podcast, we'd seen where Reed and
Sue
are already married in this movie.
Yes.
So we're gonna see an older, more experienced version of Fantastic Four versus a origin reboot like we've had and don't need anymore.
It's still weird to me that they're doing like this 1960s shit.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like we're gonna be bringing.
I think it has to do with the time jump. I think it's going to be explained, you know, obviously with so many time switches and variants that we have going on. I think that's how.
But that's so weird because if you read this, they're from the 1960s, meaning that they had to have been born in the 40s.
Yeah.
Right? They'd be in their 20s in the 60s where they started out as the Fantastic Four. It is now 2023 or whatever, so they're gonna be like 80 years old, bro.
They started a love story in a previous season. True, yeah, they didn't really touch on it a whole lot though. They had like their interactions, and of course Loki would only love a version of himself. That is very true.
That is very
true. You got a point there. Yo, Mr. Mitchell, what's up, dude?
So, I don't know how I feel about the Fantastic Four from the 1960s, bro. Hopefully that's not true, because that I mean, yeah, they would probably still look like they're 20.
Yeah,
but like they would be like 83 years old.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that. The synopsis for Secret Invasion.
Which
the
this
series
tracks.
follows.
This tracks. This is how it should be.
Yes. The series follows Nick Fury as he uncovers a conspiracy to install double agents in positions of power around the world. Green-skinned, shape-shifting extraterrestrials known as the Skrulls, who can perfectly simulate any human at will.
Yep.
For anybody that's ever read a Marvel comic book, you realize that the Skrulls are a shape-shifting alien species. And this is very on par with the comic book storyline of Secret Invasion.
Also,
and if this is
Go ahead.
If this is a true synopsis, this is going to be the very first Marvel story to actually go based off of the comic books, i.e. Civil War having nothing to do with the comic books, Infinity War having nothing to do with the search for the Infinity Stones,
or
and
Adam
the Soul
Warlock.
Stone, or Adam Warlock, who's being introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think it's way too late. We've established that.
Yep.
And Endgame, where 90% of the roster of Marvel characters weren't even included.
And if you don't know this, and this is a very small tidbit of information, we haven't seen the real Nick Fury in a very long time.
Correct.
The Nick Fury we've seen in movies up to date is a Skrull. Because there's little pieces of information. Again, Dur just mentioned Captain Marvel. There's a lot of information. Go watch that movie and then just think about little things that happen throughout the entire fucking MCU. There's little things here and there that point to the fact that the Nick Fury we have is a Skrull. So no one calls him Nick, right? In Captain Marvel, he says that no one calls him Nick. Throughout the entire fucking MCU series, like past a certain point, they start calling him Nick. Hill calls him Nick all the time, right?
Doesn't he also not have the scars on his face?
They change. Winter Soldier switched Fury. Yep. Yeah. They change a lot. Like it either changes like severity or like how they're cut or all kinds of stuff.
Right.
There's also another scene in Captain Marvel where I think it's where they're sitting at the diner and she's like, tell me something about yourself that no one else will know, blah, blah. I can't remember the whole, spiel of it, but he says that he can't eat sandwiches cut at a diagonal. There's a scene where Nick is talking to Tony Stark and he cuts his sandwich in a diagonal and starts eating it. Again, little bits of information.
Caught that.
Yep. Little bits of information have been pointing at the fact that the Nick Fury we have seen for a few years is a Skrull. Yeah, that's the other thing. Hill is a Skrull too, so they've already been appointed.
That's fucking wild.
I don't think Hill might be dead. The real Hill. I don't know that for a fact, but Hill, Nick, they are definitely Skrulls, and that will come to fruition in this Secret Invasion. I'm excited. Yeah. Other than Civil War, like the Secret Invasion and Secret Wars is one of my favorites. So they completely fucked the Civil War spiel.
I will say these Skrulls look legit as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They look so damn good.
And apparently,
Emilia Clarke's character is a Skrull.
Yep. And I think based on it, I don't think she knows she's a Skrull.
But my question is she a hot green Skrull?
Well, considering she's in the picture that we were getting ready to look at, yes.
That's her?
Yeah.
That looks nothing like her. I mean, she's hot as Emilia Clarke.
She might be in space with Fury. Yeah, I can't remember her. I know Fury's in space. The Fury we see on Earth is a Skrull, but I can't remember. I think they've hinted at the fact that Hill might be dead, but she might be in space with Fury as well. And the Fury that we're supposed to be seeing, actually the one we see in this still, is the...
What are you referring to, Mo? Doug, you're being contested here, buddy. Your validity is being contested.
Okay.
By Mo.
Okay, Mo.
She said everything Doug says is a lie.
I would everything, bro. She came in my, so your validity is also being tested.
She's getting banned right now, bro.
Everything she said, everything Brones says is a lie.
She's getting muted for 35 seconds.
Oh my god. Mo, you can come into any chat I have anytime. They never show her afterwards.
I love you. Oh man.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, we've got some new stills. I'm very excited for Secret Invasion.
Same.
This is a huge storyline. This sets up a lot.
It really is, dude. It is such an important part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
And all I am hoping for is the fact that we get a comic accurate story.
Yeah.
Because like I said,
that's why you're my favorite, my son. Hey, I got you.
Civil War was a fantastic movie.
It should have been called Civil War.
Nothing like the comic book.
It should have been called Iron Man versus Captain America.
Yeah.
Why is my camera shifting so bad?
Infinity War and Endgame were fantastic films.
Yeah.
But nothing like their comic book counterpart. Now, I understand for the people that don't read comic books, there has to be a little bit of slice of love given to those fans, and I'm totally cool for that. I also don't want everything to be 100% comic book accurate, because then what is the fucking point of watching it when I've read the stories?
Yep.
But for something like Secret Invasion, it needs to be pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
It doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but it needs to follow the baseline of what that story was. Yep. And if it does not,
because it's huge. I mean, it's the same thing as Civil War. Like, Civil War, yes, there was a pseudo Iron Man versus Captain America, but it not really, right?
But 95% of the Marvel roster was not in the movie.
Right. And I get like I get why, because they hadn't introduced them. I understand that, but at the same time, like if you want to take on the Civil War storyline, mind you, the Civil War storyline has been going on since the 1990s. So that is a very difficult and very long storyline to try to put into one movie.
You can't do it in one movie, man.
No. So
that would have been better off as a TV series, like a 10 to 15 episode show.
Basically Iron Man versus Cap.
Yeah. It was a good movie, but they shouldn't have named it Civil War. They should have saved Civil War for something else.
Like they brought in the Sokovia Accords, which brought in the Superhero Registration Act and blah, blah, blah.
Which was also stupid.
Which, really the only thing that made that Civil War was the Superhero Registration Act. That was it. That was the only thing.
Cap was against it. Iron Man was for it.
Yeah.
And they had teams that fought each other.
Yeah.
That was all that made sense. We didn't even get into the fact that Captain America gets arrested. We didn't even get into the fact
that Peter Parker gets his fucking ass beat.
And the Punisher saves him.
Yep.
We didn't get to that point.
We didn't get into the fact of how this even fucking started.
Right.
Because it was actually not Speedball. That's not his name. Oh fuck, what was his name? He blew up the city. I think it was
Speedball.
Was it Speedball? Yeah.
It was Speedball, and
we had the young, it was the Young Avengers. We're trying to fucking be, we're gonna be the Avengers. We're gonna be badass. And they go up against some fucking guys that just didn't give a shit, specifically Speedball. And he decides to blow up the entire fucking city block. If it was like blocks, which included houses, an elementary, like killed a bunch of kids. Like this
Nitro killed hundreds of children and teachers.
That's it.
And that too, there was a whole story where Wolverine was searching for Nitro across the US, trying to kill his ass for what happened. None of that was involved.
Like, if you guys get a chance, do me a favor. If you have a way, I don't know, maybe go to a bookstore, a library, somewhere, fucking Books A Million, sit in a corner and read. It's such a good story.
The Civil War storyline is probably one of the greatest stories ever told in the comic book universe of Marvel.
100%.
But it is such a long fucking, because most stories, it's bang, 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 bang.
Oh yeah.
But for Civil War
was bang, bang, bang. But
it was bang, 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 web. Story arc. It was
you had like 20 issues for just Spider-Man. You had 20 issues for just Cap. You had 20 issues for just like Iron Man, Wolverine. Like you had so many issues.
The Young Avengers, the Runaways, X Factor, X-Men.
Yeah, it was
Lee,
unreal.
thank you for saving a civilian. It was, but also they were not in. The Spider-Man stories were not Spider-Man. No. It was Spider-Man, Illuminati, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Captain America,
it's so
Punisher,
good,
War Journal. But dude, it is the greatest fucking story I've ever read in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. So the fact that we tried to turn that into one single movie, terrible fucking idea.
Astronomically stupid.
Again,
still a great movie.
That movie, it is good. It is, to me, I don't even call it Civil War. It's Iron Man versus Cap, because that's what it is.
That's what it turned into.
It has nothing to do with what it was.
Ultimately, that movie was a waste of fucking time. Yeah. It's set up for certain things in the future, but other than that, it was a 2.5 hour waste.
Yeah.
Good movie though. Great movie.
It is what it is.
Not saying it was a bad movie.
No. Moving on. In Thunderbolts, Valentina deploys the Thunderbolts to recover the adamantium from the carcass of the Celestial Tiamat, who died in the Pacific Ocean before rival factions do it. So this is the first time supposedly we're seeing adamantium introduced into the MCU.
Indeed.
Yep. Next, we've got a new poster for Secret Invasion. If you can see that, we've got Nick Fury spliced.
That's a sweet fucking poster.
That's a sick fucking poster, dude. We've got Nick Fury spliced in with a scroll. That's so sick. I love that.
That is a dope poster, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Like, that's badass.
That's a gnarly poster.
The caption, if you can't see it, says, "Who do you trust?"
That's fucking awesome.
There's way too much to be a movie. They would have to have done a whole phase to do so. 100%. You would have either had to have a multiple series or season TV show, or an entire 100%. Phase just for Civil War.
But you know, honestly, I would have been cool with that.
Oh, 100%.
Because then we would have seen every character.
Yeah. But the issue, and this comes in because Brones and I know the storyline. You and I would have a lot of qualms because there's so many stories that if they just skip over or change or do this, that, and the other,
it would fuck something up completely.
Oh. Oh,
we're
here now, so we don't have to worry about it. But
that would be a 2-phase fucking story.
Oh my god,
that would be 24 months.
Yeah,
that they would have to do to flesh out that entire fucking story.
But
I would have been all for it. It really is, dude. That's such a sweet poster, dude.
So fucking I'm amped. This makes me fuck all the rest of the projects because Guardians are good, yeah, but whatever. Especially since it's Adam Warlock. You and I have talked about this over and over. Whatever.
Right, but I love Chris Pratt, so true. I cannot fucking wait for Guardians 3.
This is what I'm excited for right now. Current project, coming up.
Secret Invasion, bro. Good. You know, I think there is one major issue I have as a whole with what we were introduced to at Comic-Con with all the new phases and shit. And you might know where I'm going with this, but you might also not know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
The one big issue that I have is that Michael Jai White was not cast as Blade, bro.
Yeah.
But Mahershala Ali is a good casting. Yeah. He just doesn't look like Blade.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
going back to Ike Perlmutter, the chairman that said all black people look alike, just cast everybody.
Yeah.
Case in point, not all black people look alike because Michael Jai White would have been a better choice to be Blade.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I digress. Mahershala Ali is a fantastic actor. I just think that he was really good as Cottonmouth, and we did not need to recast him in something else.
Yeah.
But I'm also not the guy that runs Marvel. But if I was, Civil War would have been like an 18-phase fucking.
Yeah. Continuing on the kind of the Secret Invasion information, we've got a little more Marvel stuff. Just kind of we'll bump through it pretty. Just because there's a lot.
We're gonna do the.
Say that again. Your mic cut out.
We're gonna do the Marvel Marvel
Direct
official confirmations.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch of links here, so again, this one is confirmed.
These are all confirmed.
Yeah. This means we could have had to do a lot more origins just to bring people fair. Yeah, that's very true. But again, yeah, I don't know. Civil
Wait,
War
who said that?
Sure. Like we would have had, because there's so many characters throughout the entirety of the Civil War, like we would have had to have a lot of origin prior to, so which we didn't have.
Would we really though? Because everybody knows who the Fantastic Four is. Everybody knows who the Punisher is, who Spider-Man is, who the fucking, I mean, Young Avengers, yes, we would have possibly needed
Nitro, yes,
an origin. Nitro and his group of bad guys, yes. Wolverine, everybody knows who Wolverine is. We don't need anything about him. The X-Men don't need a story about them. There are not many things that we would have needed an origin story for in order to get that storyline correct.
Yeah.
The smaller groups, the Runaways, the X Factor, the X Factor,
Yo, Seymour, what's up, dude?
the New Mutants, all
Or
that
ma'am.
shit, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I got you.
I feel like we could have, I feel like we would have been okay without more origins.
Gotcha.
So-
Let's see. So Secret Invasion is set to be arguably the biggest MCU Disney Plus show yet, being officially designated as MCU's first true crossover event, although it is still a mystery as what they mean by that crossover. But this probably means there's going to be a lot of MCU characters going in and out of this show. That's just what it is. The villains set to take on Nick and Talos in the series will be a sect of rogue skulls that have invaded Earth over the past few years, which will force the unlikely duo to team up in order to figure out which MCU characters are imposters. After a piece of merchandise revealed that the rogue scroll leader Gravik will be the series' big bad. So
I feel like there's a lot of like, specifically with Marvel, there's a lot of merchandise that like accidentally reveals shit
oh yeah, all
that
the
they
time.
don't want people to know about until the release of something. I find that funny because they never, like, it always happens and they never do anything to fix it.
Yeah, you're right. It is true. Like, it's hard to throw in all these characters without people knowing who they are. I think that's why, like, if they had done Civil War right, we would have had to have, you know, again, a multiple season TV show,
Right.
or a multiple phase
Well, even
specifically for Civil War. But yeah, I'm with you too.
because Durr says that, and you saying the multiple season, we could have spent the first season giving a background on each individual like subgroup. Like I said,
agree.
the New Mutants, the Young Avengers, the Runaways, X
And
Factor.
then
We could have done
season
an
1
hour-long
finale.
story.
Yeah, season 1 finale is fucking the Superhuman, you know, Registration Act is now in effect, and then it goes from there. Yeah, that could
Boom.
very well have worked. 100%.
Boom. We wouldn't have needed movies to introduce their origins. We, like I said, have like a 10 episode first season. The first 10, the first 9 episodes could be broken up, stories involving each group that not many people have heard of or know about. Bring them all together for the final episode.
Yeah.
For the final act to happen before the registration gets kicked in, with Stamford being blown to shit by Nitro and his goons. Boom.
Yeah.
Right there. Perfect setup for the next however many seasons to get the damn story right. Boom.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Yeah. So, yeah, another piece of merchandise revealed that the rogue scroll leader Gravik will be the series bad. Another rumor gives fans new insight on the upcoming antagonist. The Cosmic Circus revealed new details about the Skrulls' villainous plans. The rumor partially explained why the series is taking place in Russia, noting that this country and its neighbors will serve as key locations for the rogue scroll group, led by Kingsley Ben Adir's antagonists. Interesting. One specific region of Russia will reportedly play a key role in the Rogue Scrolls plans, with the location potentially being the Chernobyl nuclear plant. However, it is unclear if it will be revealed as Chernobyl or if it will just be another undisclosed nuclear power plant. The Scrolls are said to be building a device in the underground tunnels of the plant, which is shown in the trailer that premiered at the D23 Fan Expo, which hopefully we'll see that trailer here soon. And the device requires a great deal of power. While it is still unknown what the device does, the theory going strong now is that it's going to be used to create the MCU's Super
Scrolls, baby.
And if you don't know what Super Scrolls are, so there's two different types of scrolls, okay? Real quick. Two different types of scrolls. There's the normal scrolls that can, that's Brones. Nope, that's a scroll. This is Doug. Nope, that's a scroll. We have no powers. We just can look like them. The Super Scrolls can inhibit every single power from any person, any Marvel character.
That is why I love Secret Invasion so fucking much, because we've got the regular scrolls, we've got the Super Scrolls. You never know which one is which until one blasts you with ice and you're like, that's a Super Scroll. Fucking awesome.
And then just a little bit further down, it says, will Secret Invasion introduce Super Scrolls? And while it hasn't been confirmed, only to ramp up stakes further for the MCU's take on the Secret Invasion storyline could deliver. More merchandise has teased the idea of a scroll god being utilized in this series, which could be what eventually leads to Super Scrolls being created later in the plot. Unfortunately, it's all rumors. So we won't know until it comes out. I can't fucking wait.
So I guess we'll just take turns reading each article, because that's a lot of reading for one person.
Yeah, and a lot of these we're gonna have to like skip over because it's dupes. Like there's 3 in a row of Jonathan Majors, which we've pretty much already talked about that.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what comes out of that.
So the next one, Kingpin actor Vincent D'Onofrio has teased Wilson Fisk's potential battle versus Spider-Man in the MCU. So I'll read a little bit of this. There's also direct quotes.
That's kind of what I did, was I just like read a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. There's a lot in this.
So even after seeing Spidey fight 5 of his most iconic villains in No Way Home, there's an eagerness to see the young hero take on one of his most iconic comic book foes in Wilson Fisk. This excitement extends to Fisk actor Vincent D'Onofrio, who is already poised for his grand MCU return alongside Charlie Cox in 2024's Daredevil Born Again. I cannot fucking wait for that show. D'Onofrio has regularly expressed his hope to interact with Spider-Man after their many battles in the comic books, particularly now that he is confirmed for integration within the greater MCU. In an appearance at GalaxyCon, he hyped up a potential on-screen meeting with the Tom Holland Spider-Man. He did not specify if or when he would appear in an MCU Spider-Man movie, but he offered a terrifying statement for the web slinger while hyping up his future, saying, "Eventually, I will beat Spider-Man's ass."
I believe it.
He shared his hopes for Kingpin and Spidey to meet in an interview last year, saying, "All of them. It's obvious." Well, that's fucking strange. There was nothing leading up to him saying all of them. So we're just going based off of what this says. All of them. I mean, it's obvious that the Punisher, Daredevil, and Spider-Man are the ones that my character is tied to the most in the comic books, but there's plenty of room for others. I could just only hope that happens, but I mean, Spider-Man definitely. I think that would be really fun. He also said, "I want it as much as everybody else does, so we'll see." Will the actor and character appear in Spider-Man 4? As Marvel Studios works to figure out where the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man will go next,
Yo, Tubbsy,
Kingpin seems... Yo, hello, Tubbs. Come over and say hi to me, too. Kingpin...
He's not gonna.
He probably won't, because he never does. Kingpin seems to be one of the biggest destinations after Tom Holland's hero helped save the entire multiverse. Oh, hey, Tubbs. I wasn't talking shit. There have been a couple of minor Easter eggs laid out in other projects, such as the Hawkeye series, pointing to the wall crawler coming to blows with the Kingpin. But the real question is Kingpin a safe bet for Spider-Man 4? So I mean, the rest is just like rumors and shit. I would love to see Kingpin. What's going on, brother? I would love to see Kingpin in the MCU, fighting Spider-Man. Like D'Onofrio said, he's not just one character's villain. He is a villain to all of the street level characters. So that's among the likes of Moon Knight, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, the Punisher, just about any street level character that is based in New York City has come to blows with the Kingpin at some point in the comic book series. Even Deadpool has been involved with Kingpin in the comics. So it all makes sense to just bring this character into the larger MCU as opposed to just keeping him strictly with the Punisher and with Daredevil. We got to see him come toe to toe with Spider-Man. He already went toe to toe with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye. We got to bring him to the level of Spider-Man. That'd be fucking awesome. What else we got here?
We've got a 60th anniversary just poster of like the old school Avengers.
That's actually pretty sweet.
I've already saved it because it's pretty fucking cool.
I'm probably about to do the same.
More Jonathan Majors news. Again, we talked about that. We touched on that pretty well. A new set photo reveals first look at actress Shira Haas, who will be playing superheroic Sabra in the film set, which I think we actually just saw this in the updates.
Oh, that's the one that you said looks like I forget who you said, but she looks like she also needs to eat like at least one burger. Yeah,
she looks like the Wish.com version of Green Goblin from
Dane DeHaan.
Oh god. So yeah, that again, we touched on that a little bit. Wakanda Forever has become the 4th Marvel movie to win an Academy Award.
I mean, I kind of figured it was going to win an Academy Award, especially surrounding Chadwick Boseman's death. More Jonathan Majors news. Completely innocent, provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows.
A lot of this on here is Jonathan Majors shit. So
yeah. Oh, here's one that we didn't talk about. The U.S. Army pulled an ad that Jonathan Majors was involved with following his alleged assault charges. It makes sense, even though they're just allegations.
They got to cover they got to CYA and get that shit off of there. I get it.
Yeah, it's completely understandable. Nobody should be upset about the fact that you're trying to protect your company, trying to protect your brand, you're just trying to protect yourself from any backlash coming from the possibility of these allegations becoming a guilty verdict or whatever, so completely understandable that they pulled the ads in order to protect themselves. It sucks
so much.
Bad publicity, especially publicity involving somebody in an alleged assault, it's never a good look. That's why, if shit hits the fan with Jonathan Majors, like we said earlier in the episode, Doug, if shit hits the fan with Jonathan Majors, there is a very good chance that most of the projects for these next 2 or 3 phases gets delayed.
Yeah.
Until they can cast a new actor to portray Kang.
Yep.
If y'all are looking, Michael Jai White. Just saying.
Could be. Yeah. So on these articles, I'm thinking we just read that initial, because dude, there's so much. We're 3/4 of the way down the page.
Yeah.
It's gonna take forever to fucking get through these.
All right. I like that idea. Florence Pugh has admitted that she's already feeling sad about not being able to work with Scarlett Johansson again. Black Widow pulled me in, and then it was like, nope, you're never gonna do that again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but
it.
she's her own person now, so. Zach Levi. How do you say it? Is it Levi or Levy?
Levy.
Zachary Levi says Kevin Feige initially told him that he'd have a huge role as Fandral alongside the Warriors 3 and the Dark World. Quote, not so much as it turned out.
Actress Islet Zurer, who originally portrayed Vanessa Fisk, Kingpin's wife, in the Netflix Daredevil series, has reacted to getting recast for Disney Plus's Daredevil Born Again. Sad to not take part, but I will always be Vincent D'Onofrio's biggest fan. That's kind of shitty that she's not going to be the actress to portray his girlfriend, his wife, his lover, because I thought she did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I thought she did a really good job as finding the soft spot, so to speak, of Kingpin, because let's be real, he's a vicious human being. So
yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn shared his thoughts on the threequels extended runtime. Obviously we said it was 2.5 hours long. It's around that long, although it's not exact, and I promise not a second. This is a quote from Gunn, by the way. It's around that long, although that's not exact, and I promise not a second is wasted. There's no fat. It was necessary to experience the full arc for every major Guardians character, not only for this film, but the trilogy, or should I say trilogy plus. So that's why it's so long. He wants you to know who these people are and what's going on.
Yes. Next up, Vincent D'Onofrio has confirmed that there are plans for a second season of Daredevil's Born Again. By the second season, there are gigantic payoffs. The fans are going to really get what they wanted. I kind of want to see what the full quote is here. The fans are going to get what they really want. It's really quite cool to be doing this. We've only just started shooting. I think we're a couple weeks in, and the show is going to be very, very different than the Netflix show, and it's super exciting because what we're doing is quite something. I think it's something that people are not going to expect, but always with these Marvel old comic stories that are being revisited and reinvented by us actors and the writers, the main thing is to answer the fans, to give them what they want, but try to be original in some way at the same time. And so that's what we're doing on the show. It's definitely an original way to look at this, and it's really deep, really emotional. So I think we could both speak on the fact that we kind of knew there was going to be a second season given the tall order of an 18 episode series. I don't think Kevin Feige I don't think he would waste his time filming a TV show for an entire 11 months if he wasn't planning on making a second season. You know what I mean? Like, WandaVision had 9 episodes. Miss Marvel had 6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Moon Knight had 8 or 9 episodes, but Kevin Feige already confirmed that there is going to be more Moon Knight in the future. It's just a matter of when. I don't think you would spend all of that money for 18 episodes if you weren't coming out with a second season.
Yeah.
We already saw the pictures of Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Yep. A Funko, that's not really important. Liv Tyler, we know she's back as Betty Ross. We know the premiere for Secret Invasion.
More Jonathan Majors.
John Bernthal's Punisher will have a major part in the Born Again, according to Vincent D'Onofrio's details.
Let's
and
see.
That's it. It just says a major part in the show.
Well, there are quotes. I think what we do with this is we click on the thing, and if there's quotes, we read the quotes. I feel like that's the best thing to do because these are straight from the mouths of the actors. We're not like trying to trim the fat, you know what I mean? So, who was this saying this? Okay, it was D'Onofrio. He said, I know I was in denial about this, but it sounds like another popular character will show up as well due to a conflict, as it appears they will take the rumored role Jessica Jones had. So he suggested that the Punisher's role filled the hole left by Jessica Jones's Kristen Ritter, who was previously rumored to be showing up. So it seems as though she's not going to be showing up, or she's going to show up a lot less than originally thought. Born Again is reintroducing the Netflix characters to the mainstream, and they plan to bring in Kristen, but there's a scheduling problem for Born Again, so they needed another Netflix star to fill the role. It's John Bernthal. Wouldn't be shocked if Ritter cameos, though. So I'm excited for this, but I'm also concerned because we've already seen the Punisher in a major way involved with Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really got to see the Punisher again in a huge role?
No.
I mean, I guess that's up for us to see. But I'm really hoping that they bring back Wilson Bethel's Bullseye, because we never got to see the end game for that.
Yeah.
You know, and I really want to see him in the classic black and white suit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
Guardians. We don't need to know that. Photo shows attending a funeral. We saw that. Saw Betty Ross. A new look at Rocket, which, you know, mainly anything Guardians is going to be pretty much everybody knows right now.
I'm just glad that, and we've touched on this before, I'm glad that we're getting the original Guardians of the Galaxy outfits.
Yeah.
It only took 3 movies, but we're also introducing Adam Warlock into the fucking movie for no reason other than existence. So glad that we're finally getting the original suits.
HBO's Succession star joins the cinematic universe. Matthew McFadden
is joining Deadpool 3.
Direct sources have heard that McFadden is playing a major role with comedic elements alongside Reynolds and Jackman. They have not confirmed his casting as of yet.
I'm so glad that they made this comment in this article. A little further down, it says, if McFadden were to take on Hydra Bob, he could be the perfect leavening agent to the trio.
Wow.
I'm hoping... Oh no, Hydra Bob's already a character.
Yeah.
He was in the first movie.
Yeah.
Damn it, I was gonna say he could be Hydra Bob in the original green and yellow costume. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, we didn't really see Bob, you know. I mean, we saw him talk to him, but it's not like we saw his face, so it could very well be him.
No, we saw his face. He wasn't wearing anything on his face.
Oh, that's
but
true.
He was only called Bob. He was like, Bob, what are you doing here? Go home. Potential spoilers in link. A new report has offered more details about how Spider-Man 4 may be impacted by the events of Daredevil Born Again. Oh, okay. It's just another article talking about Kingpin and Spider-Man. Marvel Studios reportedly wanted an editor to blur LGBTQ plus imagery in Quantum Mania to avoid having the movie banned in Kuwait. After former co-president Victoria Alonso, the VFX person, refused, Marvel went to an outside vendor to see the edit through. Spider-Man No Way Home actor Thomas Hayden Church, who originally played Sandman in Spider-Man 3, says that he has had conversations about potentially returning as Sandman in a future project. Okay. I could be on board with that. I liked him as Sandman.
Yeah, I dig it. Marvel Studios officially regained X-Men's film rights over 4 years ago, yet a titled MCU Mutants movie has yet to be announced. Here's why it may be taking so long. Oh, fuck.
So that we kind of have to.
Yeah. The best audience has gone so far is a surprise reveal. Miss Marvel's finale stating that Namor blatantly called himself a mutant during, Of course, there's upcoming Deadpool 3, which will include Ryan's Merc with a mouth and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. That adventure seems more about those former Fox characters, not so much introducing the X-Men in the wider. Recently, most can be noted that the team knows when they're going to plan to introduce X-Men in the MCU, but they aren't going to talk about it now. So it's just a strategic delay. This is a quote from, let's see, Brian Volk-Weiss. I think it's extremely smart, and I know the reason for it, and maybe that's why I think it's smart. The reason is these people think in 5-year blocks, so they can't wake up one morning and be like, oh, Bob Iger just texted me. Now we owe X-Men, or own X-Men. Let's put it in production. So it's just the back and forth. Like, they got to do it in the right timing. So
there are other quotes down below if you want to read those too. 2 more.
He continued pointing out how they have to plant the creative seeds in movies that are coming. They have to be methodical. They have to plant the creative seeds in the movies that are coming, which they're doing. And then they have to do it right. They need the right script. They need the right director. They need the right cast. It's, I mean, it's the whole thing. Like, yes, they may have the fucking rights now, but that doesn't mean they can instantly come out with a fucking movie because they have a lot of fucking planning.
Oh, 100%.
There's nothing in the way. Cool with. Yeah, there's nothing in the way of inherently off in the terms of a Marvel brand. I think that we just have to look at what characters and stories we're mining. If you look at the trajectory of Marvel in the next 5 years, there will be a lot of newness. We're going to turn back to the Avengers franchise with a whole new set of Avengers, for example, right?
So I'm on board with it. I mean, I think the reason why a lot of people really just want to see the X-Men come into the MCU like yesterday is because you got to think about it. This whole journey of the MCU started way back in 2008. Yeah. Way back in 2008. We are now 10, 11, 12, 15 years in the making of the MCU, and not a peep has been told about Wolverine, the X-Men, this, that, the third. People want these characters to be involved. However, a lot of people don't seem to realize that these things take time, and a lot of it had to do with licensing issues. There's a reason why we didn't get Spider-Man in the MCU until Disney struck a deal with Sony to introduce the character. There's a reason why the X-Men are still being worked on to this day, and that's right here because they got the rights over 4 years ago, but they're still working on making the correct moves that they have to in order to bring these characters to life. I'm totally for it, and I can tell you it is going to be well worth the wait, because the minute, not even just Wolverine, but the minute that the X-Men pop onto the big screen in an MCU production, just think about it, Doug. Think about the moments that we had over the last 15 years where movie theaters got rocked, where they fucking erupted into the cheers of 250 people in a movie theater when Cap lifted the fucking hammer, when all of the Avengers and every other Marvel character came out of those portals because of Doctor Strange and the other Emperors or Supremes, you know, they fucking lost their shit. So the minute that we get Storm, Iceman, Cyclops, Rogue, all of those characters, the minute they get introduced on the big screen, I can guarantee you we're gonna have another Endgame like moment.
Oh yeah.
And it is going to be well worth the wait. And that's what I'm excited for. They are building us up again to something that is going to be so beautiful when it comes to life on screen that every person that is a fan of either the comic books like us or just the TV shows and the movies, it's going to be a beautiful moment for both groups of people. And I cannot fucking wait.
It's going to be big. It really is. It's going to
be fucking huge.
Yeah.
Next we've got Disney laid off that racist piece of shit.
Deadpool stars Karen Soni and Leslie Uggams will officially reprise their roles as Topinda and Blind Al in Deadpool 3.
Leslie Uggams is so fucking funny as Blind Al, dude. I love her character so fucking much, man. I will never forget in the first movie when she's trying to build the IKEA
and it just falls apart.
It falls apart and she's just like, shit.
Fuck it. Yeah.
I love Leslie Uggams, dude. She's so funny.
We've got some posters for the new Guardians. Demetrius Gross has been reportedly cast as Grim Reaper in Wonder Man, which again, we have no clue what that's even about.
Yeah. Although in this picture we've got Vision.
Yeah.
Seemingly dead behind Grim Reaper.
You know, because he's dead.
Yeah, because he's dead. Thunderbolts movie has hired a new writer in Netflix's Beef showrunner Lee Sung-jin. Jin will be stepping in for Black Widow writer Eric Pearson. Okay.
All right.
First look at Harrison Ford. We've already seen that.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
He's apparently going to be running for mayor.
Which we knew that.
Sony has announced The Spider Within, a new in Spider-Verse short debuting in June. This one we kind of knew, and it kind of falls in line with Victoria Alonso. A new report has indicated that Marvel Studios' recent delays are due to the studio's renewed commitment to quality and willingness to take the time to get things right.
Yeah.
I 100% support that. You know, it'll make us a little bit impatient because we've got a podcast to do and we like to be able to talk about this podcast stuff.
Yep.
But in the long run, it's going to be well worth it.
Yep.
And there's always millions of things to talk about.
Yep. Some Quantumania stuff. It's just they removed her powers due to confusing the viewers in test screenings. Makes sense.
Because people are fucking stupid.
Yeah. Captain America New World Order set photos showed Tim Blake Nelson back as Samuel Stearns, aka
the leader.
Yeah. Oh,
which
we knew he was coming back. So
this is the text message chain that we just read. Jodie Comer has addressed the rumors that she's in contention to play Sue Storm.
I don't know anything about it.
Yep, I don't know anything about it, but I think never say never, right? I mean, I feel like most of these people are just, they're hired and then they have to say, I don't know shit about it.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. The first look at Funko's completed Spider-Man No Way Home connective 8 character set.
Yeah, this is 8 different pieces that you have to purchase, and it snaps together into this.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
Avengers 5 writer Jeff Loveness has addressed Kang's connection to Shang-Chi's rings in the MCU. I'm sure people have picked up on the fact that, like, oh, he has a ring technology. Kang has had his fingerprints in the MCU for a long time. So basically, it's the confirmation that the 10 rings are some power source from Kang that was probably left in the past and that his dad found.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Well, it's like they've done in the past. Yo, Quiz, thank you for saving a civilian, my brother. It's like they've done in the past with Thanos. There were bits and pieces of Thanos that led up to the ultimate reveal of the character. But Kang is a much deeper character. He's the one that created the TVA. He's the one that made people believe in the Timekeepers. He's been around for centuries upon centuries, killing every iteration of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
He is one, he is many, he is sprinkled all throughout history. He knew King Tut when the motherfucker was just Tut. He's everywhere, bro. So this would not surprise me in the slightest. Co-president Victoria Alonso challenged an MCU's
bullshit about her, yeah.
Stupid bitch.
Yeah, John Bernthal, obviously we know he's a Punisher and Born Again.
He has arrived on the set.
Jonathan Majors.
Now this one's new. Marvel Studios reportedly spoke with Jonathan Majors' agent to discuss potential options going forward. I've heard that Marvel hasn't made decisions regarding Jonathan Majors, but they've met with or spoken to his agent to discuss potential options. They will avoid taking any rash or impulsive action, particularly as Major's team claims to have a host of evidence providing his innocence. They're undoubtedly in one of their toughest positions yet, having built this whole saga and the next 3 years of storytelling around Kang. This situation only gets tougher when looking at the reviews of Ant-Man and the Wasp and seeing how almost all the limited praise was for Major's acting. But it's no surprise that executives would take spoken with the actor's agents and possibly Majors himself to examine all options, including continuing forward, perhaps dialing back the scale of Kang's role, or even recasting the multiversal villain with another star. The situation will continue to have many twists and turns in the coming days. So yeah, essentially, Marvel, like we said earlier, Doug, they're in a really tough spot right now with trying to figure out what they're gonna do with the character, because like they just said, we've got 3 fucking years.
I mean, if DC is dumb enough to keep fucking Ezra Miller around, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, but we also know that James Gunn may potentially be getting rid of Ezra Miller because of these things that they've done. So
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's all up in the air right now.
These are just rumors, so we won't even really touch on those.
Oh, okay. Emilia Clarke's character in Secret Invasion is confirmed to be Talos's daughter, Gaia, who was introduced in Captain Marvel.
Yep.
So she's got to know that she's a Skrull because she was introduced in Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So never mind.
Got a action figure of Miles Morales. Samuel L. Jackson says Nick Fury's absence from Earth after Endgame is partly due to him being shaken by the death of Iron Man. He's up there trying to process what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
That's all we need to see. That's the only quote we need.
IMAX has announced a 7-hour marathon. New details on extremist villains have officially been revealed, which we kind of touched on that. It's basically just an explanation of who they are.
Right.
Avatar writer
gives me high hopes.
Josh Friedman has reportedly now rewriting the Fantastic Four movie. The fact that they're already rewriting it does not bode well.
Well, I mean, think about they've rewritten the Blade film as well, so
yeah. Shang-Chi 2 will deliver all the amazing action that we were celebrated for on the first movie, according to Simu Liu. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even gonna.
Simu Liu.
Sure. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the first Shang-Chi was incredible, so I'm really high hopes for the second one.
Oh yeah, right here. Disney announces new trailer for Marvel's next MCU show, supposed to drop today.
Oh. Does it say when? 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's fucking 9, so it should have already played.
Huh.
So we may try to find that.
Oh, if you scroll down, there's a trailer. Yeah.
I don't see a trailer.
So, on the article?
No.
Scroll down.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, so I'm going to mute up and I'm going to watch this. You mute up and do the same. Watch this for the people.
Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion. Tune in for the new trailer during Sunday Night Baseball, only on ESPN.
That's not the trailer.
What do you mean that's not the trailer?
It's them announcing that there's a trailer.
Oh. Never mind, folks. Never mind.
Tickets for Guardians of the Galaxy go on sale. Amelia Clark says her MCU character has some resentment for Nick Fury. These people promised a lot of stuff to Skrulls a long time ago, and not a lot has happened.
Sounds eerily similar to certain events in the real world. A new update for Marvel's Avengers game has made 60 MCU outfits now free to download.
Yeah.
Because for those of you that don't know, the game is unfortunately shutting down.
Yeah.
I played the game. I played most of the game, not all of the game. I didn't have a terrible time with it. It definitely wasn't the best, but I don't think it was nearly as bad as everybody let it out to be.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to see a developer's game crash and burn, but such is business, right? Guardians of the Galaxy 3 tickets on sale this Monday, so tomorrow. Writer Jeff Loveness for Quantum Media has written that a lot more of Kang backstory was cut from the sequel. The pitch in general was what happens when Julius Caesar is assassinated by 50 Julius Caesars.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that would have been cool to see.
New Secret Invasion footage shows how a Skrull is imitating Groot's limb extension powers, which we kind of just saw that in that little blurb.
Yeah, so that again would be a super Skrull using the abilities of another character.
Which kind of already confirms the fact that they're in the film or the show.
Yeah.
So.
A new rumor has revealed more details about Captain America's villains. It's just a rumor, so we're gonna skip that. Anything important? We got that poster again. Marvel Studios has confirmed that Secret Invasion will premiere on June 21st. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse's next trailer will debut this Tuesday coming up. Oh, and imagine that. The new trailer has just popped up at the top. Yeah.
All right.
But we got a couple more little things. First, real quick. Chris Evans says that right now it doesn't quite feel right for him to return as Steve Rogers. It's like this little shiny thing that I have that I love so much, and I just don't want to mess it up in any way. Deadpool 3 has reportedly added Zeb Wells, She-Hulk, and the Marvels to its writing team. Marvel Studios Legends 6 new episodes released on the 28th ahead of Guardians 3. I'm just trying to blow through these real quick, Doug.
Because we got
Director Nia DaCosta is reportedly not on Marvel Studios' shortlist to direct Avengers Secret Wars. I don't know who that is. And real quick before we watch this new trailer, Olivia Colman's M16 agent will have an antagonistic presence in Secret Invasion. She's cold-blooded and just relishes that being that person.
Yep.
All right, on to the trailer. Dougie, I'm gonna mute up.
All right.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, let's see what we got.
Fury, since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse. How you think I came back?
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet. Do you feel responsible?
Where are the Avengers? This war is one I have to fight alone. You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Got Rhodey.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
What was that?
The great Nick Fury. Great.
Damage control.
The great Nick Fury. One last fight.
Bro,
Yeah.
was that Harrison Ford?
Where?
Hold on.
One last fight. Great.
140.
You're the most wanted man on.
No, that's not Harrison Ford, is it? It looks
No,
like him.
that's Talos.
That looks like Harrison Ford, bro.
No, that's Talos.
Oh shit! I was about to shit a fucking brick, dog.
Oh.
Yo, I was losing my mind. Did you see me?
Yeah, I did.
I was like,
No, that's Talos laying there on the ground with his face all fucking cut to shit.
oh shit, dude, I can't fucking wait, bro.
Looks good. I like it.
I cannot wait, dude. Oh man, I'm so excited. That is, oh, dude, it's gonna be such a good show.
I had to take these off. I couldn't fucking see it.
All right, folks. So that is, I can turn the music back on. That is it for the MCU stuff.
We're gonna have to speed
Now,
through this DC stuff because your boy's hungry.
well, we still got to do the educationals. Unless you don't want to do the educationals tonight and we just blow through these and call it a night. And do 2 educationals next podcast.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So we're just going to blow through this DC stuff, guys. It is getting kind of late. That's on us. I mean, there was a lot of shit for us to cover though,
we
so
also
it's not
doubled
like...
up on MCU, so
Yeah. So we're gonna blow through these. We're not gonna go into any of these quotes or like
rumors.
any of these articles. We're just gonna read all these. So first one is Colin Farrell and Paul Dano are reportedly set to return for the Batman 2. Zachary Levi has opened up about the toxicity among some fans. They go stir up all their other people that they know online, and they all just want to attack, and it's really sad. He's probably talking about the semi-poor reviews.
yeah. The director has even addressed some mixed reviews. I was a little surprised because I thought it was a good film. Oh well.
Yeah, but to see that the director doesn't give a shit that the movie wasn't that good is kind of concerning.
SnyderCon will consist of 3 DCU movie screenings with special panels, surprise guests, and new merch.
All right. Director Chris McKay, who is set to direct a Nightwing movie, says he is still hoping to do something with it at DC Studios. Now that James Gunn is involved, I haven't had any conversations, but I hope I could do something with the character.
Interesting.
Ben Affleck will appear as Batman Bruce Wayne in only 5 minutes of the movie. He is quoted saying, "I nailed it.
Time for Michael
it's
Keaton.
Really great." Yeah. Although I do like Ben Affleck as Batman. I don't care what anybody says. He was the most accurate. Shazam! Fury of the Gods will be available for digital purchase.
Yeah. Director has admitted he was surprised by Gal Gadot's cameo. It was spoiled in marketing. I understand why they did it, because they wanted to get people to see the movie.
That just says that you knew the movie was bad.
He didn't fucking care. This is why DC is such fucking shit, man.
Well, this is also why James Gunn took the fucking reins, because you got stupid fucking directors like Sandberg just saying, fuck it.
Yeah.
People weren't gonna watch the movie until they saw that she was in it.
No.
Like,
and there's
why
a
even make
whole
the
lot of
movie?
like animosity between Zachary and
The
Dwayne
Rock
Johnson right now. So this is what they're.
Zachary Levi responded to a report claiming that Dwayne Johnson vetoed the idea of Levi appearing as Shazam in Black Adam's post-credit scenes. The truth shall set you free. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was confirmed that
He
The
also
Rock
didn't
fucking vetoed that.
He vetoed that, and he nixed the use, the one right below that. He nixed the use of any Black Adam characters in Shazam.
So these movies were doomed to fail from the start because of The Rock, which is mind-blowing, because he says, oh, this is for the fans, this is for the people, you know, we want everything to be done right for the fans. Well, if you wanted everything to be done fucking right for the fans, Shazam would have been in the fucking Black Adam film. Black Adam would have been in Shazam too.
Yeah.
Because that is who the fucking villain and hero are a part of it. Sophia Falcone potentially at her father's funeral. For those of you that didn't see the Batman, Carmine Falcone was shot to death by the Riddler.
Yep.
Director David Sandberg
Is this
reflected.
the same Sandberg?
Yeah.
He directed both.
No. Maybe. Oh, a scrapped cameo in the first film. So yeah, he made both apparently.
Bro, he just doesn't give a shit. Like, he's like, oh, we were shooting that day and Henry's not gonna show up. Like, what the fuck? Why do you even fucking make movies?
Yeah, like, why are you making this fucking movie?
God damn, dude.
Titans' final season will premiere on HBO on Thursday, April 13th. That was, I guess, a part of James Gunn taking over. They're just nixing basically anything.
Yeah.
James Gunn has revealed that while casting for Superman Legacy has not begun, he has begun making lists of potential actors to portray the characters in the film.
Yeah.
Actress Marta Milans, who plays Billy Batson's adoptive mother, says she thinks there's a lot more to explore in the franchise on screen. The future of the Shazamly is not written.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle trailer is coming soon, according to actor George Lopez.
I'm very excited for the Blue Beetle movie. I like this character.
The Flash movie has been officially rated PG-13 for sequences of violence and action, some strong language, and partial nudity.
So they're pushing the PG-13 rating as far as they can before it hits R-rated.
Yeah.
Digital release on the 18th. For Shazam Fury of the Gods. Joker 2 is set to film an explosion scene outside of a Manhattan criminal court this weekend, which is where a jury is currently awaiting a verdict for Donald Trump's indictment.
Nobody fucking cares. One, nobody fucking cares about Joker. Those movies are terrible. Nobody fucking cares about Trump and the indictment. Just fucking move on. Like, this has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with fucking anything comic. Why the fuck is it on here? Oh, they're supposed to be shooting a scene in front of this thing where there's a stuff going. What the fuck?
I mean, I will say, and this is the only political thing I'll say, this whole indictment just pretty much secures the win for him next year.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Shazam Fury Gods post-credit scene originally featured Hawkman Cyclone and was confirmed we were thwarted. Zachary Levi. So I wonder by who.
Yeah. Zack Snyder shared a new officially licensed Snyderverse trilogy poster.
Kind of sick.
The season 9 crossover of the Flash episode with Stephen Amell is titled "It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want to."
Wow.
Okay.
And this is what's her face talking about the movie. I feel a lot of critics feel that they have a political agenda rather than actually sitting and watching the film and enjoying it. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing, just doubled up.
Lois Lane's cancer battle in Superman and Lois is one of the villains of season 3. That's so fucking stupid.
All right. Well, moving on.
New Joker 2 set photos reveal the first look at Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn costume. She looks god awful as Harley Quinn. New set photos have teased Harvey Dent's presence in the sequel. Again, who gives a shit? The first movie was garbage. The second movie isn't going to be any better. So, moving on.
Care.
The DC Titans crossover episode with Stargirl is now set to release on April 20th. Set photo shows Harley Quinn kissing a woman in public for the Joker 2.
Keanu Reeves is currently unsure if Constantine 2 will get made following its official announcement last year. Hopefully I'll get to do it, but I don't know. New promo art for Flash Supergirl crossover. More Joker 2 nonsense. More Shazam nonsense. It's just, this is why DC's getting reset, y'all. Like,
yeah, for real.
It's just insane.
Zack Snyder has addressed Sell Snyderverse to Netflix fan campaign. Whatever control over the DC IP that exists, that's, as they say, above my pay grade. Chris Pratt has expressed interest in joining James Gunn's new DCU. I totally believe in him. If he calls me, I am answering. I love that.
He's out as Star-Lord for the time being, so like this is the last time we'll see him.
I love Chris Pratt. He's a fantastic actor. I can definitely see him playing a role in the DC universe.
Yeah.
I could even see him taking on like an older version of Barry Allen. I mean, he would have to be like an older version of Barry Allen, but
yeah.
I don't know who I could see him as. I would have to see him as a mock-up for multiple characters.
Yeah. New clip from The Flash as the next episode features an apparent reference to the Justice League, which, you know, they have kind of made that canon throughout. So,
yes.
Clayface will reportedly have a big part in the Batman 2.
I fucking love that. And I know we've talked about Batman twice in very short bursts. But they are answering the prayers that you and I specifically have had about the Batman character, and that is introducing characters that we have never seen or that we haven't seen for decades. We have never seen Clayface aside from in the Gotham TV show. We have never seen Clayface in a live action Batman project, so I'm very excited to see Clayface in here. Jack Quaid starring My Adventures with Superman animated series, which was originally set to be released on HBO, will now debut on Adult Swim later this year. What?
I don't know.
Supergirl star Nicole Maines has opened up about her character's ability to see alternate timelines in The Flash. Okay.
Interesting.
Lady Gaga could be heard singing as Harley Quinn in the Joker 2 set video.
Whoop-de-doo. New rumor further suggests that DC Studios are planning to adapt Justice League's A New Frontier for the DCU's Chapter 1.
All right. Ben Affleck has shared his brief thoughts on the Flash movie. The movie is really good. That makes me happy. I'm excited to see this movie. Despite what Ezra Miller has done, I am excited to see this movie. Because, just like Hogwarts Legacy, separate the art from the artist.
Yeah. The first trailer for DC Studios' Blue Beetle is rumored to be released on Monday, which, again, rumor.
Yeah.
These are just all rumors. This isn't. Joker,
I'm so tired of these
rumor.
fucking Joker things, dude.
Grant Gustin has opened up about the Flash's finale, marking the end of the Arrowverse. In some ways, it did make it a little easier knowing, like, the party's not going to keep going without us. It's like we're shutting the place down.
That makes me sad, though. Oh, 9 hours ago, DC has confirmed that Blue Beetle's first trailer will debut tomorrow.
There you go.
Sweet.
And then there's some footage just of it's
The
literally just
first footage has been released.
It's just that screenshot. That's all it is.
Oh, really?
Bobby Yaga, what's good, my brother? Got your tab up. Hey, I appreciate you, man.
And that is everything.
That's a lot.
That was a lot. Well, it's a good thing 2 weeks from now we will not have this much to cover. This was 2 weeks worth of stuff that we had to cover in one night.
We're gonna have to, I think we're gonna have to start, splitting it or something, because especially when there's that much information. Yeah.
Well, what do you mean by splitting it?
Just making it to where, I don't know how that would work. I don't know. My brain's not functioning.
Well, use your brain.
Maybe later.
Because I'm trying to figure out what you mean by splitting it.
Well, it wouldn't matter. Like, you couldn't split it, because if you try to do a partial information, by the time you do it the next time, there's even more information added on top of it. So
yeah. And with the DC and Marvel Direct, I mean, there's not going to be stupid amounts of stuff coming out for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like that was like 3 or 4 weeks that we just covered in a 2.5 hour time frame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that's the whole thing about doing a podcast, brother. We are here to give the information whether we want to or not. But that is it for us tonight, folks. That was a long one.
Yep. We will catch you not this Sunday, like this coming Sunday. We won't catch you this coming Sunday, but 2 Sundays from now.
Yes. So, y'all have a beautiful 2 weeks away from us for these podcasts, but we will be live next week playing video games. So, come check us out. Brones on Kick, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and that Doug Dude again on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing. Stay awesome. We love you. We'll catch you later.